Let's take a look at what's actually inside this humidity and temperature meter. This one is in Celsius, but judging by the display, it probably can be switched with a different firmware to the Fahrenheit. But let's open it up. So let's remove the button cells. There are two, so presumably it runs off 3 volts. And that would point at the, I think, TTL logic. So because TTL has a lower voltage, well, let's take a look inside just by prying this open. Okay, so what do we have here? So let me just remove the display because the case doesn't really matter anymore. And this is the display. It has a ribbon. Okay, so this is a spacer, plastic spacer. It has this ribbon over here. The connector to the board, the chip on board basically, the blob over here, some resistors, there's some capacitors, and here we have the power supply. This is the 10K with 1% tolerance, and well, that's basically it. 1 mega ohm over here. Okay, so it's presumably to discharge. So what do we have here over? Yeah, so because it updates the display every 30 seconds, it has a crystal for that. And over here, there are 2 things. This is a thermocouple. So as you probably know, it will change the resistor if the temperature changes. And this is our humidity meter. And what this actually is a simple, a very simple capacitor-like sensors, because if the humidity changes, it will change its capacitance, because it will change the surface amount of surface water basically on this little board. And this is a very simple set, and basically how the temperature is being measured. Resistance can be checked like in all multimeters. Basically constant current will go through here, and the drop in the voltage will be checked, and that's basically it. And the drop will simply go through the chip, and the analog to digital converter will judge how much, what's the voltage, and then basically it will check the resistance, and therefore will know what's the temperature. About the capacitance of this little board, let me just put it over here. So the capacitance is basically checked. The voltage is being put to this little board, and it will check what's the current, how much voltage over time it took. So the higher the capacitance, basically, the faster it will take the current the less time it will take to get the current. And that's basically it. And the change in the capacitance is obviously related to relative humidity in the air. And this little board is pretty decent, and it has 1% difference between actual humidity and the humidity it measures. About this little ribbon over here, it is basically a ribbon. If you take a closer look, maybe you will be able to see. Yeah, there are little notches, so it doesn't conduct completely. It conducts every little part over here, and basically what it does, it connects on a multiple points each of the connector to the LCD screen, and that means, and also on the LCD screen side there's a glue here that will keep that in place, and also connects this little connector. So this also works pretty reliably. Okay, so let's do some measurements. This is in ohms, so you can see 18.9, and if I press my finger, it will drop. So as you can see, once it's heated, it will drop over here. So about the capacitance, let me switch to that. Okay, so current capacitance is about 4, yeah, I'm hoping it will settle 3 point, yeah, something like a 4 nanofarad. It changes probably due to other components in the circuit. Let me change the humidity over here. Okay, so I have a little bit of water. Just put it on the circuit, and let's try again. Okay, so as you can see, 40, 50. Okay, so it increased about 10 times, and probably it increased from the humidity around 30% or something like that to maybe something like 100. So let's put this back together and take a look at the reading just quickly before the humidity will drop back. Okay, so as you saw on the readouts, the humidity changed a lot, and we also have the temperature over here, but it dropped back again after I stopped touching it. So there you go, guys. This is exactly how this little sensor works. The humidity, when the water will dry out, will drop back again to a more reasonable level. But generally speaking, it's just a capacitance meter, so effectively increase of the voltage over time, basically, and also a resistance meter. So in the end, it's just a voltage meter, analog to digital converter on the chip on board. So that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed.